Hey, I'm allowed to have a wish list, right? What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy MikeOfAllTrades coming to you today with my wish list. My wish list of things that I wish to see at CES 2022. Yeah, we're doing one of these. First things first, if you like to see, you know what I'm saying, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and turn on those notifications as we make our way to 2K. But before we get into the video today, let's check out the video from today's sponsor, me. The following paid advertisement on this video is brought to you by me. We can do that, right? I'll allow it. Okay, cool. This is brought to you by my Twitch community over on twitch.tv/MikeOfAllTrades YT. If you want to see gaming content, just chatting, random dabbing, or just random moments that happen in my life that you don't get to see here on YouTube, then go ahead. The link's down in the description. Go ahead and click on it. Click the follow button. It's free, and you're guaranteed to have a good time. Back to the video. So, with CES rolling around the corner, you know, everybody's all abuzz and everybody's excited for the Consumer Electronics Show that usually happens. And especially after last year where people really couldn't show up because of what's going on with the pandemic, you know, where we're expecting big things, you know. And while we expect big things from Apple and Nvidia and Samsung and Sony, etc., around these parts, we care about what people are doing in the home arcade space. What new products are they going to bring to us? Are we going to get Pac-Man diddled version 2.17? You know what I mean? Like, or are we going to get something different? So this is my wish list / speculation on what's gonna be there. Like, I'm gonna try to keep my expectations real. You know what I mean? So first things first, let's start with the big boy. Let's start with Arcade1Up, because why not? What do I expect to see from Arcade1Up? Well, if the hat's a dead giveaway, I expect to see another Marvel themed thing, whether it be Marvel vs. Capcom 2, or maybe Marvel Spider-Man that was made by Sega, the arcade. You know what I mean? Or, and this is my thing, I think they could do a combination of both. I think they could do Marvel vs. Capcom 2, because it's coming at some point. Let's just be real. And with the success of Big Blue, I think that it's time that you handle that. So Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Throw Marvel Spider-Man and friends on there. You know, the one with Hawkeye and Namor and Black Cat. Not Black Cat, I'm sorry. Namor and Hawkeye and Black Cat. I'm right. It's early when I'm recording this, you guys. I think that you put that on there as the beat up, because for some reason Marvel cabinets like X-Men versus Street Fighter had like freaking, what was it? Marvel War of the Gym. No, Marvel War of the Gyms is on Marvel's Capcom. X-Men had Mutant Apocalypse from the Super Nintendo. So they're not opposed to putting on like console games on here. As you guys see with Killer Instinct coming out, they're doing the 8-bit and 16-bit versions of Battletoads as bonus games. So they're not opposed to that. So let's see what I'm saying. So maybe Marvel vs. Capcom 2 with Marvel Spider-Man with Marvel vs. Capcom 1, which I know some people are like, oh, well, that's going to cannibalize sales of Marvel vs. Capcom 1, but whatever. Marvel Superheroes and Marvel vs. Street Fighter, and you cover all that literally in one cabinet. This one isn't much of a wish list, but I think it's inevitable, like Thanos snapping his fingers. NFL Blitz, you know, this has been teased for the last 2 years. This game has been talked about. It's been, you know, it's been circulated around. Now there's a working relationship with the Miami Dolphins, and they're in an NFL space, you know what I mean? So I think that's goodwill towards people getting blitz, you know what I mean? And I know, like, people are like, oh, well, it'll never happen because licensing. Dude, like, they could literally just go the NBA Jam route and pull whoever out that doesn't want to be involved. I'm pretty sure Bubby Brister doesn't mind getting a check. Just saying. One of the things I do think that we'll end up seeing, though, is that, remember that at CES, was it last year, the Super Strike Bowling and Golden Tee collab, you know, like the split cabinet? I think we see that this year. I think that rears its head back around. I think that that'd be something that they show, maybe with leaderboards, probably not with online. It'll probably be online leaderboards, but not online capabilities. I think that makes its return around here. Speaking of returns, remember that Universal Universal Pinball cabinet? Yeah. Arcade1Up hasn't put out a pinball cabinet in a while. They only put out what? Star Wars, Marvel, and Attack from Mars. I think they show that because people probably forgot about it, or maybe people didn't forget about it. I think that's shown off. I think that makes its return. We'll probably see more of the more head-to-heads. You know, we'll probably see more. We'll probably see the Mortal Kombat 30th anniversary cabinet revealed at that point. You know, I know John D has shown the legacy version of it. I'm not talking about the legacy. I'm talking about like in like a 30th anniversary version of it. You know, there's been so much Street Fighter, and now there's Street Fighter Online. With the 30th anniversary, it's about time that Mortal Kombat goes online too. So console fanboy, you'll get your wet dream, and then you'll be able to go online and beat the brakes off of people. But I think that they'll show that officially. They'll show the Midway, the reskin Midway Legacy, the one that they showed with the lit up J panel and lit up marquee skin like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I mean Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I'm thinking about Marvel, y'all. I'm sorry. But I also think that they'll reveal a 30th anniversary Mortal Kombat that's online. I'm not gonna say anything stupid like they're gonna do Trilogy or Mortal Kombat 4. They could do Trilogy, but I don't think they're going to. TBH. And then one more. And it was talked about before, and it's been prototyped, so it's apparently floating around. I think you get like a niche title. I think you get something like track and field. Yeah, I mean, I think track and field is something that's different. I think it's something that might appeal to the masses, and I think, you know, whatever. I think that's something that they could show off. What I personally would want, you know what I mean? And I've said it in my 10 cabinets Arcade1Up should make. If you haven't seen that video, that'll be right here. I think they should do Spy Hunter. You know, they're already putting out Ridge Racer. You know what I mean? They've already got out Outrun. Why not just take it back and do Spy Hunter? That's something I would love to see. I also would love to see Star Wars Trilogy. So, yeah, I mean, that's my Arcade1Up wish list, speculation stuff. This is starting to turn more into speculation than a wish list, so I'm sorry. AtGames, this is gonna be real quick because AtGames is pretty much now just pinball. I don't even think AtGames is gonna show up at CES, like real talk. Because what are they gonna bring? They're gonna bring their commercial grade pinball machines to show off for other businesses to look at. They might do that, right? But it's pretty much just an ALP, from what I understand. So that being said, there might be a new version of the AtGames Legends pinball. That's completely possible, because it seems like they've kind of strayed away from the arcades. I think they're pushing the smaller form factor mini now as an experience, which I kind of think that's a mistake, because the original size Legends Ultimate's great, but it seems like they're kind of getting away from that. I highly doubt that they're going to have a prototype ready for the racing cabinet that they showed from Redacted. We're going to call it Redacted, okay? Because I don't need no heats in the comment section. We'll call it Redacted. That they showed from Redacted, and that the arcade is, you know, like it's ready to go, and at least maybe a prototype. Maybe they'll show some behind closed doors or whatever, but again, I doubt it. They'll probably show more pinball. They'll probably show, yeah, pinball. Maybe they'll show a new version of the Legends Gamer Pro, maybe, but that's about it. I don't expect much from AtGames. I would say something about Toy Shock, but I don't think anybody really cares about what Toy Shock's doing. Sorry, Toy Shock fans. I'm sorry. Last but not least, let's talk about iiRCade, right? So by the time you guys are watching this, my arcade should be here, and I should probably be running it through testing, etc., etc. Right now, they're running a holiday sale right now, right? And it's a really good sale, like really good. We're talking like hundreds of dollars off of not only their base units, but like their premium models too. And so there's 3 reasons you do it. 1, you're going out of business, which they're not because they just announced online. 2, you're liquidating, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Or 3, they're just offering a good holiday deal. Let me go back to 2. When I say liquidating, I mean clearing out old stock. I think iiRCade is clearing out old stock so they can introduce a new model to be brought out in like 2023, maybe 2024, you know. But I think that if iiRCade's gonna show up, if they show up, you know, I know they've done E3. I don't know about them doing CES, but if they were to show up to CES and try to establish themselves as a name, you know what I mean, like maybe they're trying to grow the install base, which is why you see the hefty discount on the holiday sales, you know what I mean? Because they're a really big discount. Like the stands were 150, you're getting them for $50. The 64 gigabyte bar top was like 400 and you're getting it for 250. Yeah, I mean, like those are substantial decreases. And yes, like they said, they're holiday sales. They're not going out of business. Just so we're clear, I want to make that very clear. They're not going out of business. But you got to wonder if they have something new in the pipeline. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying iiRCade isn't like Arcade1Up or AtGames, where Arcade1Up sells you a couple titles. You know what I mean? And AtGames lets you buy titles, like buy pinball tables. You know, iiRCade it's a company where they're selling software that you can download directly to your arcade machine. You know, that's something that anybody's heard me say I've wanted Arcade1Up to do for a while. And it's crazy because they do it on the Infinity gaming table, but they don't do it on their arcades, which is a missed opportunity. iiRCade has an opportunity to take that ball and run with it. They haven't specified how much their online service is yet, so maybe that'll be part of it, you know, and maybe they'll do a during CES. Maybe they won't be at CES, but they'll do like, you know, a big like web show thing, you know what I'm saying, and make some announcements. And maybe they do tease that there's a new version of it coming out with a little bit more beefier hardware. And I know what you guys are going to say, well, does it really need beefier hardware? Yeah, it does if you want to run some real high-end stuff. And I think that's iiRCade's, that's the way in. I think you run some, you know what I'm saying, you put in some beefier stuff to run the games. They have a working relationship with Sega. Maybe we get Virtual Fighter. You know what I mean? Maybe they secure the bag with X, Y, or Z company or developer. You know, they're like the little engine that could, man. You want to see them succeed because it makes everybody get better. So I think there's either a new model or maybe there's a scaled down smaller version of it for consumers. At least that's what I would think. Again, this is a wish list. You know what I mean? This is my random wish list. My random thoughts. But yo, what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think? Yo, is my wish list, is it far-fetched? Is it out of left field? Does it not make any sense? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching the video. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Remember, you know what I'm saying, smash the like button. You know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel if you're not. Yo, turn on notifications. And yo, share with your friends. Yo, talk to your people. You know what I mean? In the community. Like, hey, this is what's going on. I've been live streaming here on YouTube on Tuesday nights. So Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. CST, 9 p.m. EST, and 6 p.m. PST. I mean, so if you need something from the drive home from work or something to listen to on a Tuesday night after, you know, eating dinner or whatever else, you know, your boy's got you with that good Shell and Chill podcast where we just sitting around and just hang out, talk about nothing. Literally last week we talked about freaking we started talking about arcades and end up talking about like, yo, Power Rangers and a bunch of random stuff. So, you know, anyway, yo, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.